before we take a little break, put your hands together and welcome Mr. Andy Kaufman. Andy Kaufman.
Man, this will work a lot better when I know how to play it. And I want to tell a story about New Jersey. Right? I grew up in New Jersey with the factories and the beaches and the guys going down looking for the girls. And I went to high school with a guy named Bruce Springsteen. Yeah, I went to high school with Bruce Springsteen, Freehold High School. And he wrote a great song for us all about New Jersey. Tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. Right, I love that song. I'm not going to sing it. I'd like to. But he wrote that song about leaving New Jersey, which is a great song if you ever live in New Jersey. So I packed up my knapsack, just a few belongings, 6-pack of beer, and I moved all the way to Colorado, and here I am. That son of a bitch sold 78 million records. And he still lives in New Jersey. Let him sing the song for you. Oh, it's really weird. Last night I took my 16-year-old kid to see Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd at the Pepsi Center. I took my 16-year-old. And they have flying pigs, exploding diamonds, factories, and all kinds of stuff going off all over the place. And I'm looking at my kid and I'm going, I miss drugs. She just can't go to see Pink Floyd. But she's taking drugs. And actually, I have another kid. He's 20 years old. He goes off to Boulder, goes off to school, and he goes, now I'm on my own, Dad. I'm up in college. Is it okay if I take drugs? I said, have you learned nothing from me? Growing up in my house, listening to all my old rock and roll records, you want to take drugs now? No. Wait till they're offered. Or pay for them. You don't take drugs, get your ass kicked if you do that. And I love going to shows with my son because he can't go without me and I can't go without him. It's pretty cool, right? We're going to see the Police. $500 to go to the Police. When I was a kid, my dad gave a guy $1,000 and nobody went to the Police. We wanted to go see Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend, right? You know, Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend have a new album coming out. It's called Who's Left? Paul McCartney gets a divorce from Heather. $54 million to get rid of his wife. It was easier for him to get rid of John Lennon. And his wife, Heather Mills McCartney, she wants to like get back in the public eye, so she goes on Dancing with the Stars. They have a special Hokey Pokey edition for her. You put your left leg in and let's go to commercial. I can't make this stuff up, folks. Just reporting on the news. I got a buddy, my buddy Dave goes off, he goes traveling all through Europe, right? He's going off traveling through Europe, goes through France and England, Germany, comes back and all he wants to do is eat American food. He goes, you just can't get a good bagel in Germany anymore. I said, whose fault is that? I don't know. It was Easter, right? We all celebrated Easter on, from the other side of the fence. I celebrated Passover. Anybody celebrate Passover? Any of my brothers in here? Celebrated Passover. Did the angel of death give you what you wanted this year? I ask for the same thing every year. It's my cousin Robbie. And I never get it. Speaking of the angel of death, this is true, you can laugh if you want. I just had life-saving surgery, like a week ago. Right? It's true. I wake up in the hospital, I go in to get a Band-Aid check, I end up in the hospital for 3 days. Right? They clip a bone from my back, speaking of Springsteen. And 3 days later I wake up and I roll over and I went, Jesus H. Christ, this hurts! And I look up, there's a big crucifix on the wall. There's a Catholic hospital, and Jesus looks down at me in my drug-induced stupor and says, "You think that hurts? I've been up here for 3 days." It's an angel of death joke, it's okay. Talking about kids, you know, I can't believe they have warning labels on everything now. Warning labels on St. Joseph's aspirin for children. The guy's a saint. Don't give to children. They have a warning label. They just released the first 3 seasons of Sesame Street on DVD. They put a warning label on it. Some material might not be appropriate for children. Really, I swear, this is true. Apparently, Oscar the Grouch is like a bipolar bear. And then it changed it to, cookies are a fine alternative snack monster. A little bit about me, as if you care. I teach high school and middle school, right? I'm a high school teacher. I got 100 kids. I got 100, not one kid in my class is named Joey. Anybody named Joe in here? Jim, John, Tom, Ronnie, Bob, Frank, Henry? Not one kid has any of those names. Okay, where have all the Joeys gone, people? Yeah, they're back in New Jersey. Hey, Joey, come on over here. Come on, you son of a bitch. Guy next door to me, 3 of his kids were named Joey. Joe Jr., Joe the Third. They're brothers. You know, so I got 100 kids, and if I call them all Megan, I'm 50% chance of getting it right. 9 different varieties of Mackenzie. I'm in the mall. I'm in the mall the other day. I hear this mother yell, "Clinique Cinnabon!" Those were her children. And my kid, you know, I got a 15-year-old, right? I take him to all these shows, and he goes, you know, "Hey, Dad, did you know that Keith Richards fell out of a coconut tree and had a concussion?" I said, "How do you know if Keith Richards has a concussion?" Is he stumbling and slurring his words? I paid extra for that. And they have a new ride. They have a new ride over at Elitch Gardens opening this year. It's based on the Grateful Dead. They have a poster of Jerry Garcia right out front that says, "If you're not this high, you're not riding this ride." And my son comes home, he failed. I teach history. My kid fails high school history. I said, "Zodiac, how could you fail history?" That was my favorite subject. He says, "Dad, there's a lot more history now than when you were a kid." Thank you very much.